Hello, today I'm going to show you how to smoke salmon. Smoking salmon is not hard. A lot of people think it's real hard, but I'm going to show you the process. It's fairly easy. Even a novice person can smoke salmon. One of the keys is getting the right ingredients. Obviously it's salmon. You want to have fresh salmon. If you can't go out and catch it, then you want to make sure that when you're buying it that it's fresh, it's not smelling fishy. You want to make sure that it's thick enough. I like mine at least an inch thick in the meatiest part of the meat. I'm going to cut it up into 2 to 3 inch chunks of meat, and then I'm going to put it in a brine. The brine itself is a curing process. I like to use the Scott's seasoned brine mix for fish. I'll give you the website for this. I've used this for years. It's absolutely great. Inside the brine mix there's a little pink package. You want to make sure you use that as well as part of the seasoning. We're going to take and put it in the brine overnight. You don't want to leave it for more than 12 to 18 hours. What happens after that point is the salt really gets in it and it makes it really salty, and you can ruin your fish. So maximum of 12 to 18 hours that you put in the brine. So I have all the salmon out here ready to dry, put the skin down, and what happens is you basically have pickled it at this point, and that's why it looks a little bit mushy. It's not mushy when you get done with the smoking. It's absolutely perfect. In the same time that this is drying, you want to make sure that you get your wood chips, put them in water, cover them, and just let them soak. And this just allows that process for these things to be more effective. They're not going to burn up as quick. They're going to create more smoke. So you do this all at the same time, and then we're going to get ready to smoke these in about 2 to 3 hours. Okay, I've added the salmon to the smoker here, and what you want, you can see that I've already put some of those soaked pieces of wood in there, and that's just going to go on the burner. I'm going to do probably 2 or 3 sets of that smoking of the wood there, and then you have this water tray here. In the water tray, this just helps to keep it moist. I'm going to add that just here. I'm going to have it in here for probably 3.5 hours, and basically what I want to do is I want to get the temperature of the fish, the internal temperature, around 165 degrees, but I don't want to cook it too fast because that isn't going to smoke it. So I'm going to regulate my temperature probably in the neighborhood of 165, just to see where we're going with that, and we'll just check it every once in a while. So I'll show you how it goes here in a minute when this gets really smoking. At this point I'm just going to glaze it. You can have several different types of glazes. The glaze I happen to like at this point is some brown sugar, some kind of sweetener like agave or a syrup, and some water, and just make a glaze like that. And then we're just gonna touch this off with this, and it'll just kind of see, I'm just going to glaze each and every one of these And for about another half hour, I'm going to turn up the temperature a little bit. I'm going to let this glaze soak into them and just kind of get nice and juicy. So I'm going to continue that process, and see you in about a half hour. Okay, here we have the finished smoked salmon off the grill. I'm going to let it cool for a little while. Then I'll start packaging it up. I'll put some in the refrigerator, and I'll do the rest in the freezer. And in the refrigerator, it can last probably about 10 to 12 days at max. And the freezer, if you seal it good, like in Seal a Meal or something like that, vacuum seal, it can last 6 months, 6 or 7 months. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to give you a lot of instructions on this show. So be blessed. We'll talk to you soon. Bye. This is the